Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new here. My name is Edith. I am a holistic health coach specializing in plant-based nutrition. I have been health coaching for about 9 years now, so I am not new. I just haven't been as active on YouTube as I probably should have been, but in this video, I am going to take you through a week in the life of a holistic health coach. So you'll get to see everything that I do to stay healthy throughout the week, which I think is a better perspective than just a day in the life, although I might do some of those as well. I feel like this will be a good opportunity for me to show you all of the different things throughout the week, like the farmer's market, for example, tomorrow. Anyway, the little difference in this video is going to be that I am also preparing to move. I am moving out of the state, so I am currently in the process of selling all of my belongings and working through my pantry. And so that might be slightly different in terms of what I would normally do if I wasn't moving, but a lot of the things that I do on a normal basis are still going to be routine here. That's always how I build my life, no matter what circumstances are going on. I have non-negotiables like my meditation, my celery juice, my smoothies, my salads, my lemon water, all of that stuff for me is non-negotiable, my spiritual practice. So even though there's chaos going on, which I feel like there always is, I always make sure to have those non-negotiables in place. So let's get out there, get some fresh air, get some steps in, some sun gazing in. The sun is peeking out, which is great considering I'm in Seattle. So I'm going to head out there, probably run maybe a 5K. And enjoy the view, which I will show you because it's going to be beautiful. Here is today's view. Beautiful, lots of clouds, but I am grateful it's not raining. And I'm also grateful there's a little bit of sun peeking through, but so beautiful. Grateful to be out here, getting my steps in. And I'm only about a quarter of the way through, but wanted to show you this view too. We are at the halfway point. I am definitely gonna miss this view when I leave here, but it is definitely time for me to go. So I am now just at peace with it and enjoying the time I have left. Look at all those clouds though, my goodness. Whenever I have the opportunity, I do some grounding, connecting to the earth, allowing for the negative ions from Mother Gaia to penetrate my physical body. It helps to reduce inflammation, helps you to connect with Mother Gaia. I always feel so much better when I do this. I get a mood boost, and I also notice a release in inflammation, specifically from the areas that usually bother me, like my knees. I used to run long distance. I've ran full marathons before, and sometimes I have knee pain. And so connecting to the earth, doing my grounding helps to relieve that for me, along with the anti-inflammatory diet that I follow. I'm back from my run and going to make a green smoothie. I am actually really hungry now, so I'm very excited to make my smoothie. I have this smoothie pretty much every day, unless I make the heavy metal detox smoothie and I'm having oatmeal, then I won't have the green smoothie on that same day, unless it's the summertime where I kind of live off of smoothies. But anyway, I digress. So in the Vitamix, I am going to put a cup of water, 1 orange, a piece of ginger, 2 frozen bananas, a cup of frozen mango, 3 cups of spinach, and then I am also going to be using 1 serving of Sun Warriors vegan vanilla protein powder. This is their Warrior blend. I have been working with Sun Warrior for the past, I want to say 7 years, close to that. I absolutely love them. They're a great company. They make amazing vegan supplements. So one scoop is going into my smoothie. And then I also have their Vitamin Mineral Rush. I often use fresh aloe vera. I currently don't have any, and right now I'm moving, as I shared, so less is more in terms of my purchases, and I also want to use this up while it's still here and available to me. Let me show you the ingredients. So this does contain real aloe vera. You can see it's from the inner leaf gel, which is what I use when I buy the fresh leaf myself. And then there are also greens in here. So there's spinach, broccoli, there's also carrot, sweet potato, orange, apple, strawberry, sunflower seed, shiitake mushroom, maitake mushroom, and then all of these vitamins and minerals, which is awesome. And then those are the added ingredients, very minimal. And if you guys want to try Sun Warrior, I have a discount code. It's just my first name, Edith, and it'll give you 20% off your entire purchase. What else is going in here? Okay, oh, I'm also doing a scoop of Micro C. This is from Vimergy. They are another plant-based partner of mine. They make the most powerful immune boosting supplements. So this is their Micro C. It's better than just regular vitamin C because it contains grapeseed extract and rose hips, which is amazing. It also contains silica from bamboo, which is really good for your skin. And then it also contains a couple of other fruit extracts. And look at the dosage of vitamin C. If you are ever feeling like you're catching something, highly recommend dosing up on the Micro C. And then also their zinc sulfate, which I also have. Okay, I'm also adding their vitamin D3 into my smoothie as well. This is liquid and just little 5 drops go in. And then I can't remember if I mentioned the ginger, but that's going in. And then I have some bee pollen in my pantry. I don't always use this, but again, I'm trying to work through my pantry. This is from the local farmers market here. I do consume raw bee products. So I know sometimes in the vegan community, people frown upon that, but I definitely swear by raw local honey and raw bee products like propolis and bee pollen. So that's all going in here, and I think that's it. So I'm gonna blend it up and I'll show you what it looks like. Package from another brand partner. This is probably the funnest part of my job, is I get a ton of PR packages. This is from Peak Life, formerly known as Peak Tea. I received some of their electrolytes, so I'm excited to try these, and I'll definitely be sharing them. Very cool. Oh, cool. I think they sent me a bottle as well. I'll have to open this up and show you what it looks like, but I'll have this affiliate link in the description as well. I love Peak Life. They make some amazing teas and now electrolytes too. I took a little bit of a break to come back outside for some more steps, some more nature time, some more sunshine. Anytime it's nice out, I make sure to take advantage. This park is a block away from where I'm currently living, and it's just across the street from the beach. So it is a beautiful place to come out for a little bit of unwinding. After I got back inside, I did a little Pilates core workout. This was about 25 minutes or so. I'm just sharing a short clip just so I don't bore you guys. But generally, I lift weights at least 4 times a week. Today is a day where I'm not doing that. So on these days, I focus on steps, stretching, and a little bit of Pilates and core. So that is what I am doing here. And again, I am in the process of a move, so that's why all of those books are on the floor. I sold my bookshelf recently, and yeah, I am in the process of selling everything else, so wish me luck. I also want to mention that I currently don't have a gym membership, so all of my workouts are at home. Okay, I just finished that core Pilates workout and I chopped up a beautiful raw salad for myself. Underneath here, I have a bunch of lettuce, and then of course you can see I have tomatoes, carrots, red onion, cucumber, purple cabbage, and radish in here. And then in the center here are my homegrown mung bean sprouts. I will show you guys that throughout the week because I need to sprout some more. I'll probably soak some seeds overnight, so I'll show you how that looks and how easy it is. But just so you know, they are very, very rich in nutrients, antioxidants, and life force energy. And when you can grow your own, it's even more beneficial because they can make up their nutrient intake to meet the needs of your physical body. So it's really cool. It's kind of magical. And then I just made a this is normally called honey mustard, but I don't have any honey at the moment, so I just used maple syrup, lemon juice, mustard, and a little bit of sea salt. Whipped it up, and I'm just keeping this light because I'm gonna have a dinner in a couple of hours. I just I'm pretty hungry and I needed to get something in, so I figured I would have the salad portion now, and then I'm gonna go for a sunset walk, and then I'll show you guys what I end up having for dinner. I love to build numerous movement breaks into my day, and one of my favorite ones is a sunset walk. It is just so beautiful here when you can catch a sunset if it's not too cold. So I make it a point to come out here as often as possible. It's only about 5 minutes away from where I live, so I just walk from my doorstep out here to the beach and enjoy the beautiful views. It's actually really beneficial for your soul. There's soul healing involved when you are able to catch the sunset. So highly recommend catching the sunset when you have the opportunity to do so, and when you are near the water, it's even better. So make sure to get outside, take advantage, take some deep breaths, and this is a great opportunity to decompress, regulate your nervous system, and of course, spend time in nature. For dinner tonight, I am going to have this vegetable soup that I cooked yesterday. I ate some of it yesterday. I'm going to eat the majority of it today. But as I cook it and reheat it, I will add some fresh garlic, some fresh onion, and maybe another fresh vegetable and some spices to go with. That way it'll add some more life force energy. There are a bunch of beans on the bottom here that you can't see, so it is going to be more satiating than what it actually looks like. And I think I'm going to add a little bit of rice that I have left over as well. Anyway, I'll show you what it looks like. Is what it's looking like. I added some fresh broccoli. It looks beautiful, and I'm just gonna let it boil a little bit and then simmer for a few minutes, and then I'm gonna add some raw green onion and some cilantro on top, and it's gonna be so yummy. Okay, so here is the finished product. I have my soup with the rice, and I have some chopped up cilantro and green onion and half of an avocado in here as well, with a little bit of salt and pepper. So this is going to be my dinner. It's going to be so yummy and nourishing. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow.
It is now a Sunday morning and I am getting ready to make my green juice. I normally have 32 ounces of celery juice every morning after my lemon water, which I've already had, but I don't have any celery today. Usually once or twice a week I run out of celery, and so I make a different green juice to start the day with. I always have some sort of a green juice to start the day with, but 90% of the time it's celery to start with. But today I am going to be juicing an entire bunch of kale, a large English cucumber, a couple of apples, half of a lemon, and a little bit of jalapeno pepper. The jalapeno pepper adds so much flavor. You just don't want to go too heavy on it in case you are sensitive to spice. But I've got my Namaje 2 juicer assembled, so now I'm just gonna give these a little bit more of a chop and run everything through the juicer.
This winter, I have been making this superfood oatmeal, and it sometimes varies, but basically I love to grate zucchini into my pot here, maybe like an entire zucchini. Then I add 3/4 cups of oats, some mulberries, and then I let that cook, and then I also shred some carrots, which are better for you when consumed raw. So I'm not going to cook these carrots, I'm just going to stir them in. And then in this particular oatmeal bowl, I'm also adding bananas. I either do bananas or apples, or whatever is in season. And then once I've sliced these bananas, I'm also going to add the carrots and then some plant protein powder from Sun Warrior. And I'm just going to mix it all up. And it's so delicious. And the macros are actually really good. So this is low fat because I cooked everything in water, and then there's just minimal fat in the plant protein, and it allows you to get a good amount of carbs and proteins in. I find myself feeling energized after this and not weighed down. And so I've been sticking to this because it allows me to eat something warm on these cold days. Normally I would eat fully raw in the morning, but when it's freezing like this, I don't mind the oats. Now I'm showing you guys clips from the farmer's market. I headed there right after breakfast. I'm fortunate enough to live in a neighborhood that has a year-round farmer's market every Sunday. So I try to go as often as possible because produce from the farmer's market is significantly more nutrient rich than what you would get at the grocery store. And I also love to support these small local farmers. They work really hard to provide us with high quality food. So if you have the opportunity to do so, please support them. It's going to be better for your body and better for our future.
Here is everything that I picked up. I also stopped at the grocery store. That's where the oranges are from. They obviously do not grow here in the Pacific Northwest, where I currently am. But then I also got the celery from there. And then the rest of it's from the farmer's market. Yeah, so I've got some Brussels sprouts, some turnips, which I don't normally buy, but they just look so beautiful. And I was talking to the farmer and he said they're really good in salad, so I'm gonna give it a try. And then I'm gonna juice these greens. And then I also got some green onions from him, some dino kale, some cilantro, some local potatoes, some apples. I got some beautiful purple kale that I can also juice. I got a ton of carrots. I've been loving carrots in my oatmeal, just shredded raw. And then also I juice them and steam them as well.
And then the celery's, of course, for my morning celery juice. So yeah, that is today's haul. Here I am the next morning washing my celery, and then on the left I'm showing you the juice that's already done. I have this pretty much every morning, so I won't show it to you for each day, but just know that I'm doing that each day. And then I use this ozone purification system to wash my fruits and vegetables. I think it's a really great way to do so. I don't think there's a perfect option, but I definitely think this is one of the better ones. And then I always try to get outside for some morning steps. Thank goodness it was another nice day on this day, so I got to take advantage of some sun gazing, and afterwards I headed to the store. I have to go to the store every couple of days just to stock up on celery, and so this is my little haul here. And then here I have another smoothie for my breakfast on this day. And I typically have a green smoothie every single day. It just depends. Sometimes it's breakfast or lunch, but the ingredients are usually the same. It's usually just spinach, orange, banana, mango, ginger, water, vegan protein powder. I like to add some vitamin C from Vimergy, and sometimes I add their liquid tinctures as well, just to boost the smoothie's nutrient intake. And yeah, I find this to be one of the most nutritious meals of the day. It is now Monday afternoon. I just finished a lower body workout and made myself a grapefruit juice. This was almost full. I think it was about 30 ounces roughly, or 28 maybe. And I just also recorded a reel and posted about the citrus attachment for Instagram for Nama. And here is what the citrus attachment looks like. And currently, if you see this before the 23rd, hopefully I'll have the video up in time, but if you see this before the 23rd, if you purchase a J2, Nama will give you a free citrus attachment, which is valued at $89, so it's a really great deal. And grapefruit juice, you guys, is so healing. This is a natural electrolyte, so it's very good to consume after a workout, which is what I'm doing now. And it has a ton of healing properties, like a ton of immune boosting properties. So it's highly beneficial to consume. I feel like not enough people talk about grapefruit juice, but it is one of those superfoods and super fruits that you can consume pretty much throughout the year. But winter is citrus season, so this is the best time to take advantage of it. Anyway, I am going to clean up in the kitchen and get some more work done, and then start prepping my next meal, and I will show you as much as possible. Here is tonight's dinner. I just whipped up a beautiful raw salad for myself. Underneath this quarter of an avocado is some oil-free hummus. On top of the avocado, I have a little bit of sea salt and some of these seeds from Foods Alive. Let me grab the package. Here it is. So these are Vital Omega-3 seeds, and let me show you the ingredients. So it's flaxseed, chia seed, sesame seed, both natural and black, and then hemp seeds. And if you guys want to check out Foods Alive, my discount code Edith will give you 20% off, and that link is down below as well. And then I also made my cilantro dressing, and then I have some potatoes in the oven. Oops, too much steam, sorry about that. But I'm also going to have some potatoes with this that are baking oil-free in the oven. Fun fact, I sold all of my pots and pans, so I have no pots and pans, so it's going to be very little cooking taking place in my kitchen while I'm still here in Seattle. So I think I'm just going to be maybe roasting some potatoes and maybe making like oatmeal bakes, and then the rest of what I consume is going to be fully raw, which is actually really exciting.
It is now the next day. I had already had my lemon water and celery juice at this point, and this is my morning walk. So every morning I come out here to get my steps, get some nature time in, some sun gazing in, and some fresh air in. It is a non-negotiable. I am now getting ready to hop on a Zoom call with Namawell. They are one of my brand partners, and one of the fun aspects of being a content creator is you get to partner with some amazing brands that really resonate with you. Nama is certainly one of those for me. I have been juicing for a very long time, and I absolutely love this juicer. So I'm gonna hop on a call with them, and I will get the juice recorded. Not sure if I'll be able to record it horizontally or if I'll just do it vertically, but if I do, I will share it. But yeah, gotta hop on that call in 1 minute, so here we go.
You know I love when you say it.
I literally was like, and straight right.
You know I have to call my time.
So
just chiming in for a second, how is everyone doing with the citrus attachment?
typically is typically above that daily value. I round up that daily value. A lot of people say 70. I round it up to 90. So we're already rounding up a little bit here. But when we think about kind of values, a cup of papaya is 88 milligrams. Cockatoo plum is 436 milligrams. Raw berry, all of those are going to be incrementally increasing that vitamin C, and we could get 100 milligrams.
Anytime you are juicing leafy greens, you want to add those to your J2 juicer first and then add the heavier items. So I added the citrus after I'd already juiced all of the kale, and I think I even juiced the broccoli stem. So just the oranges are going in here now, and then that is going to complete this juice. It was actually pretty tasty. I mean, you could definitely taste the broccoli stem, but it was definitely drinkable. I made it out and am running. It is absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness. I feel like the Pacific Northwest is one of the most beautiful places to be when the sun is out. Unfortunately, the sun's not out often enough here, but when it is just gorgeous. Oh my goodness. So grateful to be out here, grateful to be able to move and get a nice run in, be amongst the trees. Get some fresh air, some sunlight. Very nice. Here was the view. It was absolutely gorgeous. It was definitely a magical day out here. And I love when I get the opportunity to take advantage of being amongst the trees, especially when it is a sunny day. So yeah, this was definitely a good one. This is me making dinner now. I am whipping up my cilantro dressing. This recipe is in my gourmet raw vegan ebook along with all of my other salad dressings. And I had a big salad with some baked tofu and some purple sweet potatoes for dinner this night. It was so delicious. On this day, I made the Medical Medium Heavy Metal Detox Smoothie for breakfast. I try to have it a few times a week just because it is so beneficial to get heavy metals out of the body. This smoothie also gets radiation out of the body, and wild blueberries have significant antioxidants in them. So I really enjoy making this one. It's actually really delicious too. And I'm also going to be hosting a 9-day cleanse in which we will be following the 369 cleanse that Medical Medium has created. It's going to start on March 11th. If any of you would like to participate and join, I will have that link below as well. I'm going to have daily Zoom calls, and it's going to be completely free. Here I'm showing you that I ripened my kiwis on my nightstand. So apparently when you sleep next to your kiwis, they will pick up on your energetic body, and they can actually rearrange their micronutrients to meet the needs of your physical body. So it's quite magical. And I added one on top of my smoothie here. This was a pretty busy work week for me with deadlines for Instagram, so I didn't get that much recorded for you guys. This is already in the late afternoon on that day where I went out for my second walk, and it was another beautiful day. Those clouds from the morning cleared, and I really enjoyed getting out here, getting some more steps in, and taking advantage of the sunshine. I ended up having to go to the store to pick up some more produce just because I was out of celery again. So I ended up picking up a few other things in addition to these 3 large bunches, which I am very grateful for. Oh, I wanted to give you guys a pro tip on celery. If you are also juicing, make sure you buy it by the quantity instead of by the weight. Otherwise, you're going to pay a fortune if you are going to be getting some big bunches of celery. Okay, so I also picked up some spinach, and I also picked up some more grapefruit. Oh my gosh, that grapefruit juice was so good. I cannot wait to make some more. And I also got some more purple sweet potatoes. I've been loving just baking these in the oven and adding them to my salads. They are so beautiful inside and so satisfying. And they kind of satisfy your sweet tooth too, which is really great. Also got some ginger, some more red-skinned apples, some kale for more green juice. And then I always get lemons every time I go to the store just because I use so many each day. I also picked up a lime on this day and got a couple of bunches of bananas. Those are a non-negotiable for my banana cycle. And then I got some cherry tomatoes for my salad as well. And I also picked up some more gluten-free organic quick oats for my breakfast oatmeal. I'm doing overnight oats right now. It's just a really good option. It's very filling, and I've really been enjoying those. And then I picked up this beautiful red butter leaf lettuce for my salad. And then I also got an organic extra firm package of tofu. I forgot to show you guys how I sprout these. They are all done now. I will show you again, so don't worry. But essentially all you do is soak them and rinse them. You soak them overnight and then you rinse them every 3 to 4 hours for about 3 days. I'm also going to be sprouting some chickpeas, which I will definitely show you in this vlog. I'm going to soak those overnight tonight, so you'll get to see those as well. But these are super easy. The chickpeas are a little bit more work. My apologies, I only recorded this vertically for Instagram, so I just need to get better at recording horizontally for YouTube. But this was my dinner. It's very similar to another salad. I kind of eat very similar most days. This is my cilantro dressing. You see my homegrown mung bean sprouts in here. And yeah, this was really delicious. I also had some roasted veggies with it. Making my morning 32 ounces of celery juice per usual. I get asked a lot in terms of why I make it every day. I follow a lot of the medical medium practices, and it is very beneficial to drink it every day or as often as possible, just because it improves the hydrochloric acid in your stomach, which sets you up for better digestion for the entire day. And it has a lot of other healing properties, and it's very good for viruses and pathogens. And unfortunately, we all have viruses and pathogens within our physical bodies in the world that we live in. Oh, make sure you strain it like I'm straining here with a fine mesh strainer. You don't want any pulp in your celery juice. Celery juice is also really good for your oral health. So one thing I like to do while I'm drinking my morning 32 ounces is I like to swoosh some of it around in my mouth. Again, it is antiviral, antibacterial. So this is like a natural mouthwash that's actually significantly better for you than the chemical laden mouthwashes that they sell in the store. I finally soaked some chickpeas on this day. So basically all you have to do to sprout chickpeas is grab a large glass bowl, add your dried chickpeas, add some filtered water, and then make sure all of the chickpeas are immersed. So give it a nice little stir, and then change the water after 24 hours. I ended up making some more grapefruit juice on this day as well. Again, it is just so good, and I picked up that extra bag the other day that I showed you guys, so I wanted to make some. And of course, you can make it using the citrus attachment. I just think it's easier this way, so this is what I typically do, but everybody has their own preference. I typically use the citrus attachment for lemons and limes, but for oranges and grapefruit, I use the hopper. For my workout on this day, I went out for a 4-mile run. It was really, really nice. It was beautiful. I mean, it was cold, don't get me wrong, but the cold weather is okay when you're able to run. On all of the other days where I didn't show you a run, I did strength training inside. I made this delicious bowl for myself afterwards, and again, I'm sorry I recorded this vertically, so that's why it is so far up close, but it was basically a big salad topped with some baked marinated tofu, avocado sprinkled with a bunch of different omega-3 loaded seeds, and I ended up making my cilantro dressing to go with. It was really, really delicious. I love these types of bowls. Oh, I also ended up baking a purple sweet potato to go with. These have been so delicious. I've absolutely been addicted to them. And they go really well with the tofu and the other vegetables. And they also satisfy your sweet tooth so you don't crave dessert after dinner. Check it out, you guys. You can see the tails are fully formed on my chickpeas, so they are now officially sprouted chickpeas, and these are the sprouting jars I have been currently using. So basically, after I had them soaking in that glass bowl that I showed you for 48 hours after changing the water after 24 hours, I transferred them over into these sprouting jars that have a fine mesh lid. And then since then, I have just been rinsing them every 3 to 4 hours. So you do have to be a lot more diligent with the chickpeas versus something like the mung beans. So the mung beans, you know, if you forget to get up in the middle of the night and give them a rinse, they're probably going to be fine. But because these are much larger, I would be more cautious, just because you don't want any kind of bad bacteria to form and then have some sort of food poisoning. So it is very important to give them a rinse every 3 to 4 hours. And you'll know that they've gone bad if they have a foul smell. They do not have any kind of a smell right now, just like a very mild, like healthy smell, if that makes sense. So I know that they are completely safe, and I was very diligent with my getting up in the middle of the night and giving them a rinse. So they are perfectly fine. Now I'm going to transfer them into a food storage container, a glass food storage container, and keep them in the fridge. And now I'm just gonna be eating them with my salads. It ended up raining the rest of the entire day, so I wasn't able to get back outside or record anything new. I think I just had another smoothie before this, and I did a strength training workout before this dinner salad that I'm showing you here. And then I was just doing my spiritual work and then other tasks that pertain to the move. So nothing too exciting for the rest of that day. Hi everyone, it is now Saturday and I am closing out this vlog. I feel like I was a little bit ambitious about thinking that this style would suit my current circumstances. I feel like it's just a little too difficult to
record for YouTube the entire week while also recording for Instagram, just because it's totally different. So I think I'm gonna do day in the lives instead, in addition to sharing informative content on health and wellness, vegan nutrition, maybe some spirituality dabbled in, because I am holistic. I'm a holistic health coach, which means you incorporate every aspect of the being to heal. So if you could please let me know in the comments below what you would like to see. What questions do you have about holistic healing, plant-based nutrition, anything that I've shared, anything that you're curious about? Please drop it below and I will make a video about it. So I really appreciate all of you tuning in, and I'm sorry if it was all over the place. I am also still learning how to edit videos here. I'm sure you noticed that there was like different text used in different clips, so it's not very cohesive yet. I have to learn this skill. I'm an old millennial, so this is all new to me, and eventually I would love to hire someone to edit the videos so that they can look very cohesive and professional. In the meantime, I will be just learning on my own, so just bear with me. But I really appreciate all of you, and I hope that you did learn something. I hope that you did get something out of it. I hope that you were motivated to incorporate healthy living into your routines if you're not already doing so. And again, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one.